Megan. So Silky is the latest guest to appear on T.S. Madison's Outlaws podcast. And Maddie Conflatti asked her, the Reverend Doctor, about something that we've been complaining about for the longest, which is the racism within the drag race fandom. So we have that clip. We're going to watch that clip. Just like we're going to stop that train and we're going to come back and we're going to talk. Please hold.
What is wrong with the fandom?
When you are Black, you're not supposed to be loud. Because the moment, like you can see in the fandom, they'll be like, it's not that we don't like Silky, we like such and such, and they name all the Oreos.
Not the Oreos.
So when you are Black and you're authentic and you're true to yourself, they do not like that.
When you say Oreos, what does that mean? Black outside, white in the middle?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You want to name some of them?
No. No, I don't want to do that.
Well, Maddie ain't gonna name them because she want to keep her job as a judge on Drag Race, so she not getting involved. That's smart.
Put it in the comments.
I don't want to do that.
But honestly, you see that all the time. They'd say like, "Oh, it's not that we don't like Black people. We like."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I caught that right. She said Bob.
Oh Lord, they saw it, but okay.
I don't think that.
No,
they ain't see it.
They did.
Don't you put that in there?
They might. God damn.
But honestly, that's what they say. Those the first two to come to mouth every time.
Well, she ain't said what I didn't catch the second one, but I'm assuming she probably said Monet. Because when it come at least and when it come to mind, I'm thinking Bob and Monet would be the ones Black on the outside, white on the inside. Also, if she wasn't so damn problematic with all them accusations, they probably say Shangela too.
You want another third one? How they see it? The camera's right there.
I know. Oh. Jesus. I wonder what they're going to put in the comment section. What is wrong?
Well, let's see what they put in the comment section because you know my messy ass. I'll be ready. One person said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm Puerto Rican in the middle, and I love Silky Ganache. That's according to Nicole Page Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. That's what she said. Bo Butler official. I can't be the only one that saw her clearly mouth Bob. They said just because she isn't good now, it's a racial thing. Wait, hold on. Let me look at you. So this is why I gotta go to people page. Child, you white. Of course, that's what you go. Well, it said BX Dominican. Like I said, bitch, you white. So of course that's what you're gonna say because you know them Dominicans be thinking they white any damn way. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. So of course people gonna say like, oh, because you not good and you're not talented according to Akira. That's what she said too. That Silky ain't talented. That you know, they automatically think, oh, it's a racial thing. I do think that race plays a part in it because Black people, unlike some of y'all out here who have a close proximity to whiteness or are white, y'all don't understand microaggressions. And microaggressions is like, oh no, she's loud and all this other stuff, which is typically a stereotype that is perpetuated on Black people, that they're loud and they're uneducated, or you know, Trump's favorite term or the phrase he likes to use when he wants to describe Black folks, low IQ, which we all know ain't nobody's IQ lower than his. So someone put, but Bob is super loud and very outspoken. How is she an Oreo though? And I think where that comes from, it's not about the loudness because Bob's not really loud to me. I mean, Bob kind of, his voice when it goes, it's always sounds like it's cracking or it's a little hoarse when he talks. But I don't get that from Bob where it's about he's loud and outspoken. That's not what they mean. I think what you're talking about is that Bob is also a safe, what you would call, in this is what the observation, a safe Negro, meaning that white people he can walk into a room with white people and he is not a threat to them because of the company he keeps, the people he hangs out with. I mean, he's good friends with Madonna. Not saying that Madonna don't like being around people who aren't necessarily non-safe blacks. I'm not saying that because she's, grew up in New York. She's been around all types of people in melting pots of people in New York. But when you look at someone like a Bob and Monet, they're not a threat to certain white people. Oh yeah, when we talk about certain people, we're not talking about you. We talking about them other people. Y'all know the things that I'm getting at, what I'm applying. So another person said, "Oh, Hershey LaCour said this: We can't be loud, we can't be confident, we can't be villains, but we can be too not. We can't be too nice. We can't be boring, but we also can't take up too much space. We can't be too direct. We can't be a favorite. Um, that list is long." And so they wound up saying that. And Cynthia Lee Fontaine said, "It's sad, but a group of fans, not generalized, sadly, they discriminate against Black drag queens. Needs to stop immediately. Silky is a superstar. I'm glad you have her on your podcast." And Coco Montrese said, "Can I have some more Hennessy, please?" um, and then, wait, is Coco Montrese asking herself, "How are you, diva?" Child. Another person said, Anya is a perfect example. Body damn near every challenge, argue with your mama, a ton personality, loads of talent, and her reign was treated so horribly by the fandom. So, and then Silky Ganache wound up saying, well, I guess she responded to somebody. Well, they go, Anya did some messy stuff, but she tore every challenge to shreds. And so I want to see which one is Silky responding to. Somebody called Improper Able. Where's that one? Because they wound up saying something here unless somebody responded to me. I don't know what happened to that post. But they said proving she's willing to do anything it takes to win. And then Silky says, should we go down the line of messy winners? I know four without taking a breath. And so I don't know. I'm looking in here. Where is the names of the people that we supposed to mention? Well, I just said somebody said something that I said. Somebody said Bob and Monet, but the fandom can't stand Kennedy Davenport, Anya, Silky, Jasmine Masters, Raja O'Hara. It's a shame, actually. And somebody went and posted that part. Silky, do not give our Maddie a cardiac event arrest with this tea. And I saw her saying, oh, that was Laverne Cox that said and Silky said, I'm trying not to, Auntie. Yeah, but everybody up here saying literally what I said, Bob and Monet. So who was the third one? And not you saying maybe Rue. Or that's another one where you could say like, um, among the fandom, people just look at RuPaul as being safe or whatever. So yeah, what Silky said is valid. I understand where she's coming from in regards of all of this. I feel like a lot of people just aren't willing to understand. They're quick to just be like, well, I need an example, and this, and they try to play dumb or discredit what it is that she's trying to say through it all. But this is her experience and what she's had to endure a lot from the fandom, because we saw during Silky season that she spent a lot of time trying to, she was, now don't get me wrong, she was a mess during that season with Evie Oddly, and I do think she was doing too much going after Evie in so many ways. Maybe they passed things up. I don't know. I don't be following these girls like that. But during her season, we're going to admit that Silky was a nuisance, and she came in like a damn wrecking ball. Literally, because we had Miley Cyrus on her season dressing boy drag. And then when she came back for All Stars, she started to kind of dilute her personality a little bit because of so much shit that she was taking from the fandom. So she decided to dial it back a lot of bit. I'm not even going to say a little bit. And I feel like because of her doing that, she ended up having to get eliminated quite early in her season. And here she is back on this season of Drag Race, and I'm sure she's done multiple ones since then. But she came back on this current season, and she had her drama that she was dealing with, and now her and Akira are fighting. We're gonna see that play out in Friday's episode. So yeah, if y'all have not seen this episode of Outlaws with T.S. Madison and Silky Nutmeg Ganache, definitely check it out if you can. It is available on YouTube. And I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story of what she had to say? Who do you think, even the one she didn't mention, because I'm sure she said Bob and Monet, but who the third one is? Or even if you don't know who the third one is, who do you think in the whole list of queens from Drag Race would fit perfectly in the category of her version of what she said, an Oreo, black on the outside, but white on the inside? So whatever your thoughts are on this matter, I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know in the comments down below.